If you've ever been lied to, cheated on, or played, this video will open your eyes. Society tells you to trust her, to give her space, to let her do her thing. They tell you you're insecure for asking questions. But the truth? Women don't cheat the same way men do. A man cheats because of opportunity. A woman cheats because of emotion. When a man cheats, it's usually meaningless. But when a woman cheats, it's over for you. Emotionally, she has already left the relationship, and she will never look at you the same way again. This is why it's dangerous for a man to ignore the signs. Most men are blind. They ignore the small shifts in behavior, the changes in her texting patterns, the way she starts getting too busy for you, but suddenly has time to go out more. Women are not impulsive when they cheat. They plan it, they rationalize it, and they justify it to themselves before they ever make a move. By the time you realize she's slipping away, she's already deep into something new. But today, you're going to wake up. You're going to hear the phrases that women say when they're testing the waters, emotionally checking out, or full-on betraying you. And once you hear this, you'll never unsee it again. Phrase 1. So-and-so understands me so well. There is no such thing as just a friend when a woman repeatedly brings up another man's name. If you think for 1 second that women don't get emotionally attached to the men they talk about often, you are already losing. Women do not casually admire men, they invest in them. When she keeps bringing up this guy's kindness, humor, and how he just gets her, she's planting the seed in her own mind that he's better than you. Men have no clue how deep a woman's emotional attraction goes before she ever physically cheats. She is already cheating in her mind. She is comparing. She is romanticizing. She is picturing life with him. And when a woman does this, she is already mentally stepping away from you. Women do not think logically when it comes to attraction. They are emotional creatures. If she feels like he understands her, it doesn't matter if it's true or not. She believes it. And when a woman believes something, it becomes her reality. Every single time she praises another man in front of you, you are being tested. She is watching your reaction. Will you stand there like a fool and nod your head while she emotionally flirts with him through words? Or will you put your foot down and let her know that you do not tolerate that nonsense? Because when you allow her to do it once, she will do it again. And when she starts fantasizing about another man, it is only a matter of time before she convinces herself she deserves to explore it. Women will rationalize cheating before they ever act on it. She will tell herself you don't listen the way he does. She will convince herself she's missing out on something exciting. She will justify texting him behind your back because you don't make her feel special anymore. And before you even realize what's happening, she has emotionally checked out of your relationship. What do you think happens when a woman is emotionally attached to a man? She wants to be near him. She finds ways to bring him up in conversations. She starts rearranging her schedule to cross paths with him. You think it's a coincidence she suddenly has new hobbies that happen to involve him? Wake up. Women create opportunities. They are masters of silent seduction. If a man makes her feel desired, wanted, and emotionally connected, she will move mountains to get closer to him. So what happens to you? You become secondary. She stops coming to you for advice. She stops asking for your opinion. She starts hiding her phone. When she laughs at her messages but doesn't tell you what's funny, you already know. When she starts dressing differently but doesn't care what you think, it's because his opinion matters more now. If she's talking about another man more than once, it's because she's thinking about him non-stop. If she's thinking about him non-stop, she's fantasizing. And if she's fantasizing, you are already losing her. You must handle this instantly. The moment you notice she's speaking about another man too much, set the boundary. A high-value man does not sit around like a fool while his woman emotionally cheats in front of him. You look her in the eye and you tell her, "I don't tolerate disrespect." If you're so interested in him, go be with him, but you won't be with me. You show her you are willing to walk away from her games. Because the truth is this: the second you stop being her first priority, she should stop being yours. Phrase 2. Don't worry, I'm just going out with friends. Every woman who has cheated has used this phrase as a cover-up. Most men don't understand female psychology. They assume that just because she says friends, it must be innocent. But women hide their tracks better than you think. The worst part, she isn't even lying. She is going out with friends, but what she won't tell you is what's happening after. Women are not reckless when they cheat. They are careful. They will go out in groups, but one of those friends is the man she's been emotionally getting close to. The reason she won't give you details is because she doesn't want you to ask too many questions. If she told you exactly who was there, she knows you'd recognize the pattern. Think about it. When a woman is in love with you, she wants you to know where she is. She wants you to be included. She feels safe when you're involved. But when she stops telling you things, when she gets defensive when you ask basic questions, she is keeping a secret. When a woman is loyal to you, she reassures you. She shows you texts from her friends without you even asking. She shares her plans without hesitation. But when a woman starts to drift away, everything becomes vague. What do you think she's doing when she's out until 3 a.m. and dodging your calls? Do you think she's just having fun while other men surround her, offering her drinks, whispering in her ear, filling her head with attention that she hasn't gotten from you in months? Wake up. If a woman loves you, she does not put herself in situations where she could betray you. If she cares about you, she respects you. And if she respects you, she does not go out every weekend dressed like she's single, soaking up attention from men. She does not get defensive when you ask reasonable questions. Men understand this. Women do not see just going out the way men do. A man can go out, have a drink, and not care about anything beyond that. A woman, however, feeds off attention. Women do not get dressed up for no reason. They do not take 2 hours to do their hair and makeup just for a casual night with friends. What happens when she starts posting more pictures online, but not with you? What happens when she starts getting mysterious about who she's texting? What happens when her girls' night out becomes more important than her time with you? When she suddenly has new friends she's never mentioned before? When she's out more nights than she's home? When she's drinking more, partying more, dressing different? A loyal woman does not do these things. A woman who loves you protects the relationship. She doesn't put herself in situations that make you doubt her intentions. She doesn't crave male attention if she's fulfilled by yours. And if she ever tells you you're insecure for asking, know this: a guilty woman will always make you feel crazy for suspecting what she knows is true. So what do? You walk away. A high-value man does not beg a woman to stay home. A high-value man does not chase a woman who's entertaining other options. You do not negotiate loyalty. You do not tolerate disrespect. You look at her and you tell her, a woman who truly values me doesn't put herself in these situations. Do what you want, but not while you're with me. Because the second you become an option in your own relationship, she should no longer be an option in yours. Phrase 3. I need more space for myself. When a woman tells you she needs space, it is already too late. Women do not wake up one morning and suddenly decide they need time to figure themselves out. By the time she utters these words, she has already checked out emotionally. She has already explored the idea of life without you, and if you really pay attention, you can feel it. The warmth is gone. The energy is different. She's not as affectionate anymore. She's not initiating conversations. She's not looking at you the same way she used to. Men make the mistake of believing the lie. They hear, "I need space," and assume it means she just needs time to herself. But women are not built like men. A man needing space means he needs time to think. A woman needing space means she needs time to detach. She needs a buffer zone between you and the life she's preparing to step into. She is soft launching her exit. You might think she's just overwhelmed, that she needs some personal growth, but understand this: when a woman loves you, she wants to be near you. She wants your presence, your leadership, your attention. A woman who is emotionally connected to her man does not push him away. So when she suddenly tells you she needs space, ask yourself, who is filling that space? Because there is always someone. Maybe she hasn't acted on it yet. Maybe she hasn't done anything physical, but emotionally, she is already gone. Women are never truly alone. There is always a man in her orbit waiting for his chance. You think she's just taking time for herself, but she's already texting someone new. She's already imagining what it's like to be with him. She's testing the waters, seeing how life feels without you before she makes it official. She won't tell you this directly. Instead, she will say she needs time to think. She will act confused. She will tell you she loves you, but she just needs space. She is keeping you on standby while she explores her options. And the worst mistake a man can make, waiting for her to come back. Because when you sit there, hoping, waiting, giving her time, all you're doing is making her decision easier. Every day you wait is another day she gets closer to another man. Every week you give her is another week she falls out of love with you and into curiosity about him. And do you know what happens when she's finally sure? She won't come back. She won't suddenly realize she misses you. She will replace you. And by the time she tells you, "I just don't feel the same way anymore," she has already emotionally bonded with someone else. A high-value man does not wait for a woman who is testing other options. A high-value man does not sit around like a fool, holding on to a woman who is pulling away. You do not negotiate with a woman who wants space. The moment she tells you she needs space, give her all the space she wants. Do not text her. Do not check up on her. Do not wait. Walk away like a man who knows his worth. Because here is the truth. If she truly valued you, she wouldn't need space. And if she needs space, she is no longer your woman. Phrase 4. I'm working late tonight. This phrase has been used by millions of women right before they cheat. If you believe that every woman who says this is actually working late, you are living in a fantasy. The most successful lies are the ones mixed with truth. When a woman tells you she's working late, she isn't necessarily lying. She just isn't telling you the whole story. Maybe she was at work for a few extra hours. But what happened after? Who was she texting in between? Who was she dressing up for when she left? When a woman starts saying she's working late more often than usual, something is off. Women are creatures of routine. If she has never stayed late before, and suddenly it's happening all the time, pay attention. If she starts wearing nicer outfits to work, putting on perfume, taking extra care of her appearance, but not for you, she is dressing up for someone else. Men who get cheated on always realize too late. They tell themselves, she's just busy. They ignore the changes in behavior. They ignore the way she starts checking her phone more often, but never lets you see the screen. They ignore the way she suddenly takes calls in another room, the way she starts pulling away emotionally while claiming she's just tired from work. A woman will always leave signs before she betrays you. If she starts becoming distant, if she stops texting you like she used to, if she no longer seems excited to see you, understand what's happening. She is mentally detaching. She is reassigning her emotional investment from you to someone else. Women do not cheat the way men do. A man can cheat and feel nothing. A woman needs to feel a connection before she does anything. If she is cheating, she has already replaced you emotionally. And by the time you suspect something is wrong, it is already happening. And here's the real test. If she's working late, surprise her. Show up, bring her something, watch her reaction. If she's genuinely working, she will be happy to see you. If she's lying, she will panic. Most men never do this because they are too scared of the truth. They would rather ignore the signs than face the fact that their woman is slipping away. But a man who values himself does not sit back and let a woman play him. If she suddenly has a new male co-worker she talks about too much, if she starts hiding things she never used to hide, if she becomes defensive over basic questions, you already know. If you feel like something is off, it's because it is. So what do? You confront it head on. You do not accuse, but you set the boundary. You let her know that her actions are being watched. If she gets defensive, if she flips the script and tries to gaslight you by saying you're being insecure, understand what's happening. A woman who has nothing to hide will never be afraid of transparency. And if she is guilty, she will always make you feel crazy for noticing it. You do not beg for clarity. You do not chase a woman who is creating distance. You reclaim your power. You do not tolerate disrespect. And if she cannot be loyal when you're not watching, then she doesn't deserve to be yours when you are. When a woman truly values her man, she doesn't let other men get close enough to compete. She doesn't put herself in situations where betrayal is even a possibility. She doesn't suddenly get too busy for you while making time for everyone else. If she is working late more often, if she is pulling away, if she no longer gives you the same energy, you only have two choices: confront it like a man or walk away like a man. But you do not wait around while another man becomes more important in her life than you. Because by the time she says, "I'm working late," she's already tested the waters. And by the time she says, "I think we need to talk," the decision has already been made. And when that day comes, you will either be a man who saw it coming and handled it, or you will be another fool left wondering what happened. Phrase 5. I think we need some time apart. No woman on the planet has ever said this phrase with the intention of coming back. When a woman says she needs time apart, what she really means is she's already gone. Women do not ask for breaks in relationships they still want. They do not take space from men they still love. When she tells you she needs time apart, she has already lost attraction for you. The coldest truth that men refuse to accept is this: women do not just fall out of love overnight. When she starts distancing herself, it is because she has been emotionally detaching for months. And do you know why? Because she has already started seeing you as less of a man. The reason most men get left behind is because they let their woman lead the relationship. They become passive, they stop being assertive, they start seeking validation instead of commanding respect. And when a woman stops respecting you, it is only a matter of time before she starts exploring other options. She will tell herself, "I need to figure out what I want." But she already knows what she wants, and it's not you anymore. She will convince herself she's confused, she's overwhelmed, she just needs time. But the truth is, she is already picturing life with someone else. Women do not take space to clear their minds. They take space to make room for someone new. And here is where most men fail. They wait. They sit there like fools, holding on to hope, believing she just needs time, convincing themselves she will miss them and come back. She won't. Because while you are waiting, she is experiencing what life feels like without you. While you are giving her space, she is getting closer to another man. And when she finally comes back to you, it won't be because she misses you. It will be because her other option didn't work out. And if you take her back, you will never be respected the same way again. She will see you as a backup plan, a second option, a man who tolerated being put on hold. A woman who truly values her man does not ask for space. She fights for the relationship. She does not pull away and test the waters with other men. She does not put her partner in a position where he has to question his own worth. So what do you do when a woman says this to you? You walk away immediately. You tell her, "I am not a man who waits around while a woman figures out if I'm enough." And you never look back. Because the second she asks for space, she has already decided she can live without you. And the only power you have left is how quickly you show her that you can live without her too. Phrase 6. You deserve someone better than me. This is the biggest guilt-ridden phrase in the history of relationships. It is never genuine. When a woman says, "You deserve better," what she really means is she has already betrayed you. She has done something behind your back that she knows you wouldn't forgive if you found out. Maybe she has been talking to another guy. Maybe she has been flirting at work. Maybe she has already cheated, but doesn't have the courage to admit it. This phrase is her way of escaping responsibility. Instead of admitting her wrongs, instead of being upfront about the fact that her attraction for you is gone, she wants to soften the blow. She wants to frame it in a way that makes her seem like the victim. And this is where most men fall for the manipulation. Because what does the average guy do when he hears this? He reassures her. He tells her, "No, don't say that. You're everything I want." He starts validating her when she no longer deserves it. He begs for a woman who has already decided to walk away. And when you do this, you confirm her decision. Because if you have to beg, if you have to convince her of your worth, she has already lost respect for you. A woman will never truly leave a man she still admires. She will never say, "You deserve better," to a man she is still attracted to. She is saying it because she has lost that desire for you. She is saying it because another man has entered the picture. And do you know what happens next? She won't break up with you directly. She wants you to do it. She wants you to let go first, so that she doesn't have to feel like the bad guy. She is emotionally setting up her exit, hoping you will take the hint and walk away. A weak man will try to fix it. A strong man will walk away the second he hears this phrase. Because the truth is this: you do deserve better. You deserve a woman who doesn't need to guilt-trip her way out of the relationship. You deserve a woman who respects you enough to be honest. And the moment she tells you, "You deserve better," your response should be simple. "You're right." Then leave. No second chances, no explanations, no drawn-out conversations, because a woman who truly cares about you would never risk losing you. And if she is already mentally walking away, why should you stand there and beg her to stay? You do not waste time on a woman who no longer values you. You reclaim your power and you move on. Because if she had to say this in the first place, she has already decided that she is not yours anymore. Most men don't see the warning signs until it's too late. They ignore the small shifts in behavior, the late replies, the sudden need for space, the emotional distance. They make excuses for her, convincing themselves that things will go back to the way they were. But the truth is harsh. Once a woman starts slipping away, she rarely comes back. By the time you realize she's different, by the time you feel the disconnect, her mind is already elsewhere. A woman will never leave a man she truly respects. She will never pull away from a man she still admires. When she starts testing the waters, when she starts dropping hints that she's confused or that she needs time, she is already preparing for life without you. And the biggest mistake a man can make? Waiting, sitting around, hoping she'll come back, hoping things will fix themselves, hoping she'll remember why she loved you. She won't, because she has already replaced you in her mind. If she respects you, she stays. If she values you, she fights for the relationship. If she truly loves you, she does not entertain other men. She does not ask for space. She does not emotionally detach. And the second she does, you walk away first. You never beg. You never wait. You never let a woman put you on hold while she explores her options. A man with self-respect does not tolerate disrespect. You either have her full attention or you have nothing at all. Never settle for a woman who keeps 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Never chase a woman who is pulling away. You do not wait for her to decide, you decide. Because a man who values himself never waits for a woman who has already lost interest. You walk away and you never look back. If this video woke you up, if it hit you deep, if it made you realize you are not alone in this battle, it's time to stand up as a man who knows his worth. Support the channel by subscribing, because the more men see this message, the stronger we become. And if you're tired of playing by their rules, if you refuse to be a man who gets played, who gets used, who gets discarded when she's done with you, wear what represents you. Check out the channel merch and get the gear that speaks for you. Wear something that says you are a man of value, a man of self-respect, a man who doesn't get played. Because when you wear it, you remind yourself of who you are and who you will never be again. Hit that subscribe button, grab your merch, and let the world know you are not the average man. You see the truth, and you will never be blind again.